We're here at AUSA 2018 and I'm speaking to Chris Batch, Director of Specialty Vehicles, Hendrickson. Chris, pretty much every wheeled military vehicle has suspension of some form or other, and Hendrickson has a number of suspension solutions that would meet probably all of those requirements. Could you talk us through the suspension solutions that Hendrickson offers?
That's right, Sean. Hendrickson does have a wide variety of suspension offerings. Basically, the starting point that we have for suspensions would be leaf spring technology. With the leaf spring technology, we have anything from multi-leaf to parabolics. As we move up from there, there's also air ride suspensions. We have products like Primax EX that we have, which has recently been fielded on the Mack heavy dump truck. And then we also have other rubber products like Ultimax, which is a walking beam rear bogie suspension. As we progress further from there, we have other products like the long travel trailing arm suspension. This suspension gives around 12 inches of wheel travel for a rigid axle suspension.
Looking back across those selection of suspension mediums, first question would be leaf springs. We talk of parabolic leaf springs, we talk of multi-leaf springs. What's the difference between the two?
That's a great question, Sean. The big difference between them is how we design and manufacture the springs. A parabolic or a taper leaf spring, the way that they achieve the spring and the spring rates are by the rolling process with the way we design them and manufacture them. By rolling the material thinner in areas that aren't stressed, you're able to reduce the spring rates of the spring. So the net of what you get is a lower spring rate, and you have material that's a lighter spring, and it's able to achieve a longer life.
And for an off-road vehicle, is there any benefit in a parabolic, or is there any benefit in a multi-leaf, or is it the horses for courses scenario?
You know, really the parabolic is the more modern technology. There's still a lot of customers that like the traditional multi-leaf technology because that's what they're accustomed to. In today's manufacturing world, with the technology that we have, the parabolics are actually able to achieve a longer life and a lower spring rate than what we're seeing in multi-leafs.
And effectively carrying that question further into the suspension mediums, we've got air, we've got coil, we've got the rubber block option for rear tandems. What drives the choice of suspension when designing or building a vehicle, and what type may be better for what application?
You know, it really depends on the vehicle, the payload, the loaded, the unloaded weights, also the terrain, the mission profile of the vehicles. When we look at an application, we review all of that data to come up with a suggestion. So each vehicle ends up with a custom application. For applications that are more of logistical vehicles or recovery vehicles, the rubber block suspension Ultimax would be a fantastic choice for it. It's able to take a beating and keep on going. For vehicles that may have a requirement for higher mobility, for more severe terrains, that's where we'd step into like the long travel trailing arm suspension that has higher wheel travel.
And I believe Hendrickson also offers a unique air suspension system.
That's right, Sean. One of our latest technologies that we've brought to the market is the H-Pass system. The H-Pass is a high-performance air system that is one-stop shop. It has active ride height management in it, and it also has an air strut that's integrated onto a damper, so it's a one-size-fits-all. The key benefits to the system are that we operate at higher pressure, so we're able to reduce down the packaging size drastically over traditional air ride systems.
And would this system be a replacement for the more traditional hydraulic strut type suspension?
That's right. That was the targeted market that we feel that the H-Pass system can enter into. The hydropneumatic market is typically a complex market, and it's usually a pricey suspension. The H-Pass system is a much more simplified, lighter weight, and easier to integrate system into vehicles.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you.